Hi, this is E.T. The date is 24 May 1913. The location, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, specifically the Tommy Burns Arena. Yeah, that Tommy Burns. The event is the White Heavyweight Championship bout. It's an idea of Tommy Burns, former champion. He's hoping to promote a challenger for Jack Johnson's lineal title. The contestants, Arthur Pelkey, top Canadian heavyweight, 6 feet 1 inch tall, 77-inch reach. He weighs 210 pounds. Versus Luther McCarty, 6 feet 2 inches, an 80-inch reach. McCarty weighs 200 pounds. Looking at the fight, it's before 7,000 fans, the largest ever at the time for any boxing bout in Canadian history. It's still considered the most tragic ring event in Canadian history. Prior to the first round, and this is Tommy Burns' idea, the Reverend William Walker delivers these words to the crowd, and I'm quoting, "Gentlemen, here are two fine young men. They're in perfect physical condition. They're ready for their big test. And it should remind all of us, always, to be ready to meet our Maker when the time comes." Unquote. 1.5 minutes after the bell rang, McCarty collapses after a light tap from Pelkey. He is on the canvas, attended to by his seconds, and at that moment he is immersed in an intense ray of sunlight. It's magnified by the overhead glass window. It's bathing McCarty's now gray face. Minutes later, the fighter, McCarty, is pronounced dead. The result of this encounter are the following. Pelkey and Burns are both charged with manslaughter. The charges dropped 2 days later. Secondly, the fans are outraged, and someone is so upset he sets fire to the new arena. Burns, speaking to a local newspaper, said this, "In my opinion, it was a clear case of arson." Number 3, the autopsy found that McCarty was already dying before the bout. He had a broken neck, the neck caused internal bleeding, and it all came most likely from McCarty being thrown from a horse. That was about 2 days before the fight. Tommy Burns said this, and I'm quoting Burns, "I had a talk with McCarty the morning of the fight. He turned toward me and could not pivot his head. He had to move his entire body. I asked Luther what was wrong, and he replied, 'Tommy, I was sleeping near an open window last night. I got myself a stiff neck. It's nothing serious.'" Number 4, Pelkey never recovered from McCarty's death. He had continuing nightmares of his opponent being hit, falling, and dying. He, Pelkey, was never again able to strike an opponent with everything he had, and he lost most of his next fights, although it should be noted it was against top fighters such as Gunboat Smith, Sam McVeigh, Fred Fulton twice, Kid Norfolk, young Peter Jackson, and you may have heard of this guy, Jack Dempsey. As to the question of who actually killed Luther McCarty, well, here's the villain. This is E.T. Tap the thumb up icon, subscribe, and share. Thank you.